Thank you very much. Thank you, Don Pullen on piano, Hermine Brooks on saw and drums, John Stubblefield on tenor saxophone, and Joe Gardner on trumpet. Thank you very much for this kind of
There you had some blues performed by the Charles Mingus Quintet live and direct tonight on public radio in Detroit, WDET FM, from the Strata Concert Gallery, 46 Selden in Detroit, in about Midtown Detroit. And I'm going to tell you how to get here in just a second. Let me find out if there's going to be another set. One moment.
No, that's it for tonight.
That's it for tonight? Okay, we heard Roy Brooks on drums and musical saw. And the last number, some blues. And the other members of the band, Mr. Mingus introduced Don Pullen on piano, sounding very nice. Joe Gardner on trumpet, and John Stubblefield on tenor saxophone. This program has been made possible through the courtesy of the Strata people, the Allied Artists Association of America Incorporated, and the Michigan Council for the Arts. Now let me tell you how to get down to the Strata Concert Gallery, 46 Selden, so that you can participate firsthand in the vibrations and all of the energies, beautiful as they are, and are going to be from now through Sunday, in person. Okay, from the Lodge Freeway, get off at the Forest Warren exit and go to Woodward and Forest, and then go south about, an estimate, about 10 blocks to Selden. Now, Selden is directly across from the complex, the new medical center complex. It's the block before the corner that Orchestra Hall is located on, and a few blocks to the south of the old Greystone Ballroom. So when you pass the Greystone Ballroom, you start to look around for the... will you leave me alone? I'm trying to do a radio program.
You can't do a radio program. Come on.
What does Charles think this is his program or something? What is this?
No,
anyway,
wait
a second. Get out of here. Professional film. All that professional music. Now you're going to take it on out into madness. Give me a cool while you're standing here, will you? Well, I've had one here, but you haven't left any matches. Just a second, folks. Another tight program here on public radio. Anyway, go south about 10 blocks, past the Greystone Ballroom. About 3 or 4 blocks past that, are we? Gus's Chili Parlor is on the corner. I'm sure you're all familiar with Gus's Chili Parlor.
Norman's Big Bookstore.
Norman's Big Bookstore on the other corner. And you can, you've heard about Gus's. You read about it in Gourmet Magazine and all those other places. And it's been reviewed in Chuck Thurston's column. It goes there all the time. And so just look for Gus's Chili Parlor in the corner and take a right if you're coming from the either the Lodge or the Ford. Of course, if you're coming from the Ford, just get off on the Woodward exit. We're, of course, north of the Fisher Freeway, and that gives you some idea of where the Strata Concert Gallery is. Selden is a street that runs at a right angle to Woodward Avenue, and we're 46 Selden, and that's the block between Cass and Woodward. There's not a big lighted sign out in front, but there is a lighted window and a door that says Strata on it and posters of Mr. Mingus in the window. And he'll be here through Sunday, as I said, and let's show proper respect due this magnificent artist. And also want to take the opportunity to thank him in his generosity in letting us broadcast this event, and record it, by the way, and if possible, maybe make those tapes available again, replay for you on WDET. And also I ought to take this opportunity, if any of you are still left, to remind you of the other jazz programs on the station. Thursday night at 6, from 6 until 8, jazz yesterday with Jim Gallert, and this particular Thursday, the entire 2 hours devoted to a salute to Coleman Hawkins. And Ken Cox's regular slot on Saturdays is from 5 until 8. That program is called Kaleidophone. And Kenny Cox, known as a musician and interviewer extraordinaire, raconteur, and hanger out on the scene in Detroit, every Saturday from 5 until 8 with music primarily of the 50s, 60s, and some of the best of the ongoing tradition of that music in the 70s. And then my own program, I'm Bud Spangler. I'm on Monday nights from 9 until 1 o'clock with a repeat on Saturdays at midnight. So you have those programs which are exclusively jazz. Stu Whitmer's program, No Small Song, on Friday nights at 11 o'clock is a program of interest and enjoyment, mixing all the musics, as does Gary Barton's Bombay Bicycle Club every day from 4 until 6 approximately, and Phil Mendelssohn's Available Space every Wednesday night from 12:30 until Phil drops. So that's pretty much what's happening in the areas of jazz on the station. Everybody dabbles in it, and this slot on Tuesday nights normally is occupied by Charles Moore's Dimension program, featuring contemporary arts and ideas and all that stuff. So, as I said, I'm Bud Spangler. I hope Herman Curry, who's back at the studio, is listening, and that's who's been taking care of things there, and has the John Coltrane sign-off queued up, and your engineer has been
Felix
Phil Mendelssohn, who has done the John Coltrane, the jazz sign-off, as it says on the card, Herman. Okay. And once again, the preceding broadcast made possible by a grant from Strata Corporation, Allied Artists Association of America, Incorporated, and the Michigan Council for the Arts, and your contributions, tax-deductible, to public radio in Detroit, WDET FM. Come down and hear Hamburgers from Gus's, and come down and hear Charles Mingus now through Sunday, 46 Selden. Strata Concert Gallery. Good night, folks.